Good morning, everyone. Hello. It is Wes with Wes Berg Tarot coming at you for another installment of Tarot Card of the Day. We are on the last day of 2017. Dun, dun, dun. So, always a good time of year to kind of... hey, Laura, good morning. Always a good time of year to kind of wrap things up, think about the future, what the next year holds in store. For people who do tarot, it's always a good time of year to talk about, spreads for the next year, what's going to happen. So I'll probably be doing some of that this week. Anyway, I'll have more on that tomorrow. Some stuff I'll be changing around and doing. Hey, good morning, Laura. It's nice to see you. So if you're here, give a shout out. Love to know that you're checking things out. But in the meantime, I just shuffled the deck. You might have heard. We're all ready to go. So here is the card of the day. 10 of Wands. So, minor arcana card here. I'll pop this back up. For this particular deck, the Rider-Smith-Waite deck here, this is a fairly, I don't know, this is a fairly easy card to interpret. So Wands is all about the use of your energy, kind of how it manifests in your world. It can be your job. It can be just everything that you do in the course of a day. And so, as you can see, this person is kind of holding a whole lot of stuff. They're looking face down. Do they even know where they're walking? I mean, it looks like these wands are kind of blocking their ability to even see what they're doing. So, like with a lot of tens, sometimes there's just a whole lot of stuff going on, a lot of activity. And when it comes to 10 of Wands, we have a person who's got a whole lot of irons in the fire, doing lots of projects, doing lots of work, and it's probably to the point, this is always my take on this, to the point of distraction and lessening of the effect that you originally set out to do when it came to taking on all these different things. Multitasking is one thing, being able to kind of manage and juggle lots of projects is another, but I think we've all experienced getting to a point where we are taking on too much. We have too much on our plate, and not only are we not able to keep up, but the things that we're actually trying to do get less attention and less energy and end up being less than they can be because we're doing too much. And I hate that. I think everyone, when they kind of realize that, they go, oh, man. And sometimes you have a choice. Sometimes you don't. But that's just how it goes. So when this card shows up in a reading for me, when this card shows up, basically I just posed the question to whoever I'm doing this for. I was like, hey, what are you doing that you can stop doing if you think it's the best idea? If you feel like you're overwhelmed, if it feels like, you're doing too much and everything is dispersed and everything's just not flowing well, what kind of decisions can you make to lessen that experience, lessen that feeling? Can you put some of these wands down? Can they be done at a later time? Can you just organize? So it becomes a really strategic question for a lot of folks when they kind of have this moment. If they don't already realize that having a tarot card reading kind of affirm like, yo, you're doing too much right now. What are you going to do about it? And explaining some of the impact that can have on just your quality of life. So here we go. If this card resonates with you as something divinatory today, then you will have the opportunity to recognize that perhaps you are taking on more than you can successfully and happily kind of contend with right now. Whether or not you have a choice in this, perhaps it's something that you have to do, perhaps not. Do you have any choices in how these things are worked out? Or kind of at least acknowledged? Can you problem solve your way into feeling less overwhelmed, less overworked, and less stressed? That is your divinatory question for as wrapping up the year. If it ends up being more guidance or meditation, well, then, having these moments are typical. It's not uncommon to find yourself overwhelmed. What do you do? What can you do? Do you have tools in your toolbox that you can kind of like put in play for that? I guess it all depends on the scenario and the situation, but at least being able to kind of acknowledge that you've got too much going on. And I guess for me, what I get out of this card too is just this lessening of the quality. If you can't see where you're going because you've got too much in front of you that doesn't allow you to have that sight, that sense of vision for moving forward, it's risky. So, I'll leave it at that. If you have questions or comments, happy to address them as they come along. I hope y'all have a good day. And yes, I will certainly be there tomorrow for the first day of 2018. All right, y'all. Take care.